And welcome back to Crypto Hulk. I only had to try to start this show like 3 times today. Yep, I had the show already lined up, and there's a certain platform that disconnected the chat and all that. That was sitting out. That was sitting on. This program was ready to go like 8 hours ago. So then I had to restart it, and then it wouldn't allow me to do the show. Then I did it again. This is probably like the third or fourth time. Like the fourth time I tried to get the show going. Somebody on the YT platform does not want the show to go. So I don't know if it was the topic or what. I mean, it wasn't anything that I thought that was controversial, but you know how it is, all the games that we got to play. They don't want you to know the information, that's for sure. Very interesting. I don't have that old internet that I used to have. I have a whole brand new system that's wired in from the wall. So it's not like I'm using a public Wi-Fi like I was last time. So yeah, still going on no matter where I go. So I'm going to give a little bit of time before I start the show because people that were on the other show are now like, oh, what happened? So that's what happened. So we got Michael Montclair, Syrian Marshall, Dirt Road Trucker, Danny Boy, Ink Slave 13. Good morning, good day, good evening. We got Eric Bartowski. Yes, we got a whole whopping 5 people here on the chat. But they're showing up. I'll give it a couple minutes and we'll start. The topic, we're going to start today's show with England. I don't know, maybe that was it. I don't know why the platform axed the show. But let me go here with the article. James Hamilton, Peter, Jeff, and Zod General. Here's the article right here. Let me do a copy paste. D Financial Guy. There's the article. It's actually a website. It's a digital pound. I want you to see what's going on here. I'll show you later after I've read the article, but the Bank of England is already a Ripple partner, and so is the digital pound. So as I read this article, just keep that in mind. Both of these players are Ripple partners. Here's the title. Bank of England Museum to debut King Charles III banknotes and showcase the future of money. That's very interesting because Rosie Rios uses that term. Rosie Rios was the treasurer of the United States that chose to work for Ripple during a lawsuit, by the way. She can't say enough about the XRP and how real world use case and all that. I'm not going to, that's a whole side issue. But I want you to see here how the Bank of England now has a museum to put in this new money. Okay, old money and new money. The Bank of England's museum, it's an upcoming exhibit. It's going to open up the 28th of February. It'll showcase the newly minted banknotes featuring King Charles III. The display marks the public's first glimpse of the notes. Notice they're calling them notes before they are circulated later in the year. Beyond the new banknotes, the exhibition, aptly titled The Future of Money, will delve. So that's the exhibition. I want you to see this. The exhibition's called The Future of Money. So, yes, they got banknotes there. That's not the future. We're going to get into what the future is. Oh, man. They're looking forward to financial themes, including the digital pound, which is a digital currency from the Bank of England. Oh, here we go. That's the future of money, everybody. It says here, the exhibit aims to provide insights into the evolving landscape of money, addressing topics like digital currencies. Are you hearing this? The decline use of cash and the environmental impacts of banking. It will also demystify concepts such as blockchain technology, crypto assets like Bitcoin, and the growing influence of artificial intelligence in finance. Now, what's very interesting here, they use the word digital currencies. We didn't hear cryptocurrencies, did we? No. Digital currency. Well, can you name, I could name at least one, probably at least one digital currency. It's called XRP. How can I do this? Well, I've only shown you, no other channel has shown you, but Ripples XRP was deemed in 2015 in at least one court case, if not more. Ripple's probably been in court, not just the 2020 SEC versus Ripple, but I'm talking 5 years before that, like around 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17. Ripple's been in court probably 10 times or whatever. And what the courts have found is the United States government, I've already shown you the paperwork, has declared Ripple's XRP to be a digital currency, electronic cash. That's what the United States has called it. It says here in this next paragraph, data indicates a significant shift in the United Kingdom's payment methods over the last decade, with cash transactions plummeting from 55% in 2011 to 15% in 2021. England predicts cash users in 2031 will be 6%. Despite the decline, the bank emphasizes the ongoing importance of cash, noting that in 2022, 1.1 million United Kingdom residents lacked bank accounts and relied solely on cash transactions. Furthermore, it's expected that numerous businesses will continue to operate on a cash-only basis for the foreseeable future. Talks here about digital money. In the next paragraph, they're discussing digital money management. They talk about physical cash, such as playing Monopoly. The exhibition promises to be an informative starting point for understanding the modern economy and the future of money. So what we got going, this is a Digital Pound Foundation website. What they're showing us is that England's rolling out a museum. Now that's very interesting, isn't it? Money's going in a museum. I thought museum is stuff you put stuff in a museum after it's older and it's dead or something died or whatever. Then you put it in a museum, right? I want you to see what they're doing. They're getting people ready for this new crypto. That's what's going on. They're putting money in a museum. They're showing coins. They're going to show the history of money and all these kinds of things. And the title to this is The Future of Money. That's when they're going to let the public know in the United Kingdom, we're going to have cryptocurrency as money. Because like right now, people are like, oh, I don't know. So the government, see what has to happen is at first it's crypto's bad, crypto bad, crypto bad, crypto is bad, crypto bad. And I told you this 4 years ago, and now it's crypto good, crypto good, crypto good. Notice the difference and why? It's who controls it. If the government controls it, it's good. So what you're going to find more and more, and what the news media does is they're like the little henchmen of the people in power. The news media just spreads lies. And they have the news media has a story they want you to believe, and they tell only one side of that story. There used to be a time when I'd say back in the 70s and maybe 80s, but you really couldn't tell what side of a story the news reporter was on. When I was young, the news media would report, and you really wouldn't know if they were a Democrat, Republican, or whatever they were, the reporters, you really couldn't tell. But nowadays, it's the news media just does propaganda, and they're forcing you to look at a story a certain way. And that's the problem. And so, what the government here is doing is they're having the future of money, and they're going to roll out to the people of England and say, it's okay now, it's okay. The government is going to use this new money. It's okay. See, this is what's happening. Once the government gets control over all this stuff, it's okay now. Crypto's good. Crypto's good. See what's going on? So now we're going to have a public ad campaign. They're going to open up the doors to crypto. They're going to assure that they're going to teach the public. They're going to have a big ad campaign to get everybody hooked up on crypto. That's what's going on with this museum. Michael Gilbert, thank you for that donation to the channel. Appreciate that very much. Chuck just had to get his picture. Jeff's like, Chuck had to get his pick on a bill before they're gone. Oh my God. We're going to get into Casual Sweat Lord. Good Lord. Let's look at some proof that Ripple is with England. We know it, but a lot of times better if we could just have proof, but we know. There's probably people with the British government working inside of Ripple to, you know how all this is. Here's an article from 2021. Ripple joins the Digital Pound Foundation, designing a path for a CBDC forward. Today, Ripple's excited to announce it is joining the Digital Pound Foundation, a nonprofit focused on the development and implementation of a digital pound in the United Kingdom. Susan Friedman is representing Ripple there. Ripple's participation in the foundation continues our ongoing work engaging central banks and globally on technical policy issues related to CBDCs. So what we got here is Ripple working with central banks around the world. Imagine that. I mean, just are you hearing what I'm saying? Ripple is working with central banks around the world. Just the mere fact that I'm saying that, can you say that about the other cryptos you might be investing in? Like, are they working with governments or central banks around the world? I mean, just that's what I look at. If I want to invest in a crypto, I look at something like that's pretty big. I mean, that's massive. So if your crypto is not working with governments or banks around the world, you might want to consider now we're talking payments crypto. So you might if you're looking at a payments crypto, like Bitcoin or Ethereum, you might want to consider if you want to consider Ethereum a payments crypto or Bitcoin, are they working with governments around the world? And Ethereum does have some projects. But we're not getting into that. um, this article is good. I'm not going to get into the article because it could, get into a whole nother topic. But I would suggest a new person read this article because it's going to help you to understand quickly how deep Ripples XRP is tied in to some of the most important governments in the world. I've already shown you Ripple Russia, Ripple China, these kinds of things. I can't really say it too much right now, but these relationships were done like 10, 11 years ago or more. I've shown the evidence on how the Red Dragon country over and over is just total Ripple partner. I mean, but we got to watch it. I got to watch it right now. We got to speak in code. Next, here's where the Bank of England actually did a proof of concept with Ripple to prove that it works. Here's your article for that one. This is a Bank of England website. So it's not a Ripple website. It's a Bank of England website. www.bankofengland.com/UK. .UK/research. So the Bank of England says, we carried out a proof of concept with Ripple. And this was July 2017. Almost, 7 years ago? Do you see how long Ripple's been there? Brand new people. It says, we carried out a proof of concept with Ripple to explore the synchronized movement of two different currencies across two different real-time gross settlement systems linked using Ripple Connect and the Interledger protocol. What the Bank of England did is they noticed how they were able to use Ripple to link two different currencies across two different real-time gross settlement systems. Are you hearing that? Two different real-time gross. So the Bank of England has, they've been working on since I think 2006. I did a little looky-loo and I looked this stuff up. The Bank of England, right around 2006, started really investigating real-time gross settlement systems, payment systems, let's call it. And they're using one in particular because it says here they linked with Ripple on two different real-time gross settlement systems. That's how Ripple interoperates. You see this? Ethereum doesn't have that. Remember, if you have Ethereum, then you have to speak Ethereum to other people in order to get something done. Same with Bitcoin. If you don't speak the Bitcoin language, it's not interoperable. Ethereum is not interoperable, okay? So you have to use whatever coding language Ethereum has or it's not going to work. Here's the beauty of Ripple. They've got something called Codius. It's an implementation called Codius. It uses Google's native client, okay, that has smart oracles, which allows Ripple to interact with every single coding language on the planet with crypto. No other company has this. Just so I put that out there. So, hey, Ethereum's great, but if you don't speak Ethereum, ain't nothing going to happen. All right? Now, for those that are interested, let me do a copy and a paste. Here is from the Bank of England. They did a Fintech Accelerator proof of work. And Ripple's at the top of the page. If you look through this paper right here, it It's very interesting. It'll kind of tell you the history of the Bank of England. It's only a two-pager, so it's not that long. Probably take you about 10 minutes to go through it. So the Fintech Accelerator works with innovative firms and new technologies. In this proof of concept, we wanted to explore the synchronized movement between two currencies in two different real-time settlement systems. So I'm not getting into this one either. It's very important if you wanted to catch or get up to speed with Ripple, Bank of England, and see what is going on. These things were done 6, 7 years ago. They're beyond pilots. They're already done. Okay. They're just not announcing it. Lastly, this from 2020, almost 4 years ago. This is 3.5 years ago. Let me see something right here. Bank of England. So here's the title of this. Bank of England picks Ripple partner Accenture to create payments network. So what we have, the Bank of England has appointed Accenture to develop and build a world-class payment service, according to an official press release. Now, for those of you that don't know, Accenture and Ripple are partners. Accenture started using the Ripple ledger, okay? The announcement states that Accenture will spearhead the real-time gross settlement service renewal program, which began in 2019. It says the new system estimated to be delivered in 2022. It's like I said, it's already done. The Bank of England chooses Accenture, which is a Ripple partner, for a new real-time gross settlement payments program. And it's been running almost 2 years now, okay? Ripple technology. Just thought I'd let new people know that. These articles are very important to understand. Okay, now, where are we going next? Crypto Hulk? Oh, yeah. Let's go here. The world's the world's first agro commodity. We got to look at this one. Let me get this one set up here. Okay. Here's the future right here. It's now we talked about this, man, a year ago. Something like a year. I want to say it was a while. And we talked about a crypto that's like a commodity. It was something to do with, I want to say soybeans or something like that. I was going over an article where they were going to put like farming products on a blockchain, and it was something very similar like this. Now, this is coming out of San Salvador, El Salvador. Okay. It's called eGrains. eGrains makes history as the first company to offer tokenized agro commodities in the world. What they're doing is they're taking food like crops, putting it into tokenized form and selling it as a commodity. Like, this is so massive. What we're seeing here is the early stages, everybody. See, when stuff like this happens, I want you to think, number one, how do we get rich? The main two reasons. One, global crypto regulation. We're not there yet, so that's why we're not rich. Number two, global tokenization of real world assets, just like this. This is what I'm talking about. This is how you get rich. One of the ways. Now, the XRP ledger will get its value from two things, maybe three or whatever. You've got, what does it do? What real world problems is the XRP ledger going to solve? Number one. Okay. How good is the technology and all that? That'll give it a certain value. And then lastly, when you tokenize everything on the planet and XRP gets to $50,000 each, when you tokenize everything on the planet, that's the second one. First one, again, real world crypto assets and all that. You got to have legal terms, regulations, all that. When everything gets globally legal, then you have what we're talking about now, tokenization of real world assets. That's the other part of this thing. And here we have, for the very first time, a company is tokenizing Agro commodities. Now imagine it's not just El Salvador. Imagine it's every country in the world does this. And then every country in the world tokenizes their minerals. They tokenize, what if they tokenize oil? Think about it. And they tokenize homes, parks, rainforests. You tokenize paintings, racehorses. You tokenize everything. That's how we come up with like $5 quadrillion. And then that XRP ledger tokenizes 5 quadrillion. And let's say you burn up 50 billion XRP like Stellar did. Stellar burned up 50 billion of their tokens. Now they only have 50 billion left. What if they do that? Now you've got an XRP that can easily be worth $50,000 each. Okay. That's how we come up with those numbers. Let's look at this article. So eGrains proudly announces a groundbreaking achievement with recent approval as a tokenized digital asset issuer by the National Council for the Administration of Digital Assets in El Salvador. This milestone marks a significant chapter in the company's journey of innovation and compliance, representing a historic license that empowers eGrains to issue tokenized digital assets backed by economics rights on agricultural commodities in accordance with the country's regulations. Securing this license is a testament to eGrains' unwavering commitment to the highest ethical and security standards, reinforcing the trust that investors and partners place in us. It reflects the dedication to shaping the future of tokenized digital assets responsibly. Let me look here. It says here, it positions the company as a leader in regulated offerings of tokens backed by the contracts on commodities, providing investors with a secure and transparent platform to participate in the emerging digital asset market. Being approved. Now, it's what they're calling it is there's $ and then ESOY. $ESOY is what they're calling it. It says, with this historic approval, eGrains proudly introduces the first token to be issued under this authorization, $ESOY. The issuance of $ESOY tokens will be capped at the equivalent of 100 million United States dollars. Now, what's interesting is look at who they're working with here. Consensus. Now, that's a spin-off company of Ethereum. They're working with Fireblocks. That's where that crook Jay Clayton, who filed the lawsuit against Ripple, Jay Clayton quit and went to work for them. And then you have Polygon. You've heard of that crypto before. These are the people that are mixed up in this. Let me scroll through. The International Physical and Futures Contracts for Soybeans, a timeless and globally known commodity, a tangible asset that has stood the test of time. So what some people do is invest in soybean contracts, okay? I'm not into investing, but some people diversify and have part of their money in food. So, I mean, look, that's how you get, when you take stocks, bonds, securities, commodities in this case, land, whatever you want, and you tokenize all these things and put it on a blockchain, that's how the price of XRP skyrockets. Now, right now, all these banks, these companies, they're using private blockchains. I don't think they've done the merge yet on the XRP ledger, public or private. I know definitely not public, because otherwise we'd see this in price, okay? Price would start going up. Crypto Hulk, so they're tokenizing things. And you've been talking about this for about 6 months. Why is the price of XRP not going up? And my answer to that would be, one, it's not going onto the XRP ledger right now. What I believe they're doing is they have this company, this eSoy or whatever it is, eGrains. What they have is their own private blockchain. And I think at some point, they're going to get the phone call. And the phone call is going to say, put it on the private ledger, put it on the public ledger. So I think something like this with eGrains, I would bet you, now this is my opinion, because I like to separate my opinion from fact, okay? Because people ask me about this crypto, what about the price? What about the price? Okay. Something like this is going to cause a price increase. But right now it's on eGrains' private blockchain, if you want to call it that. When they get the mysterious phone call, which gives them a green light, then they take their ledger, and put it on, let's say, the XRP public ledger. All right. Something like this is not all hocus pocus. So it's not like the banks. I believe all the banks are going to have the XRP private ledger, unless it's going to come to our transactions. Then they'll put that shit on the public. All right. That's how I would guess all this works, is that governments and banks, for doing their business, they're going to use a private ledger. I almost already believe Ripple. Now again, now we're wildly speculating. I'm going to say this. I don't know how many ledgers Ripple made. We know there's a public ledger, obviously XRP scan. If you go there, you could look at it. But there's a private ledger that we don't know about. What if Ripple made 5 more ledgers or 10 more ledgers? See, we don't know these things. What if the military has their own ledger and then the federal government has theirs? I mean, so these are things, what if they designed a ledger just for the World Health Organization or the IMF? What if Ripple made a special IMF ledger that only they have, and they can invite other people to their ledger? You never know. Probably, I'm sure they did. So that's what's going on with this eGrains, is they're putting stuff on a ledger. I don't know which one or where it is, but eventually it's going to come out. And then we'll see the price increase. That's why they keep talking about, Ripple keeps talking about the flip of a switch. That's how it's going to go. So what they're doing is keeping all the prices down while they're getting all this set up. So if you're a person who looks at the charts, I don't know how to put it, because a lot of people on the show might want to look at charts or something. Okay, if you look at charts, you're blind. Not blonde. Well, some people that are blonde are blind, but when you look at charts, it does not show you anything. 50%, Chainalysis tells us 50% of these chart prices are fake. Okay. Chart analysis does not tell you what you learn on this show. And that's for show. Because what I'm telling you, in my opinion, what they're doing, and it makes total sense, is how are you having all this tokenization right now from all around the world? They're tokenizing things. We're hearing about it. Ripple's tokenizing land in Japan and on and on. We're learning about all this, and the prices are not going up. See this? They admit they're tokenizing this. They're tokenizing the bond market. Whatever it is, they're tokenizing it, and the prices are not going up. Think about this now. This is what no other channel's discussing. That's why this morning I had to start the show like 4 times because YT does not want you to hear this. They want to distract you. They want you distracted. If they're not going to distract you, they want you distracted, because I'm showing you now what is going on. All these companies have their own private ledgers, and then one day they're all going to merge, and that's where the flip of the switch happens, okay? They're not going to start putting all the tokenization on the platforms right now, because then you and me would see all of this and be like, oh shit, we need to buy this crypto. It's going up every week. You see how this goes? There's a game that's being played, and it's called, here's the game's name, Fuck You. All right, that's the name of the game. So what are you going to go up to them and say, please, sir, can I have some fuck you? Yeah, then it can work. So if I'm running shit and I'm trying to rip you off and keep you broke, I'm going to tell all the companies and all the countries in the world, get your own private ledgers, tokenize everything you can onto that, and we're going to pick a day where we're going to merge this shit, and the price of XRP will go from 55 cents to $5,000 overnight. People will be like, oh shit, I missed it. Yeah. That's how I really believe. Like, all these cryptos will be snatched up right before the merge, okay? These cryptos will be snatched up right before the merge, 50 cents a piece for, XRP. What? Stellars are probably what, 20 cents a piece now or something, or and then you got XDCs probably at a nickel. All this shit is going to get bought up before the merge. So they're going to snatch them all up, and then the merge happens, and then boom, the price, that's where the flip the switch, and then you're done. If you haven't gotten in, you're done. You're not going to dollar cost average. That's so fucking stupid. That's what I'm telling you. We don't know when that day is going to be. Maybe it's tomorrow. I don't know. You've got to be ready. See, it's not going to be like you're going to watch the exchange price, and these cryptos are like $1 this week. You watch the exchange price, you read the chart analysis. That's so fucking stupid. These people are going to have you looking at a chart like this, and what they should be is pulling it back like that, okay? They have no idea what's going on. And you will be so financially destroyed. The charts cannot predict any of this. They're using private ledgers. And one day, bam, just like that, and it's over. That's how this goes down. I'm going to leave that article where it is. Let me check some comments. Michael Gilbert, thank you very much for that donation to the channel. Appreciate it there, buddy. Black Swan, they will pull for that. Ragnar wonders what Black Swan. it's gotta be, it's gotta be global. We've got to have a destruction of a global financial system. I think a really good hacking can do that. Multiple hackings at different levels in different countries, that could cause something big. a world war could cause something like this, along with the hacking. You know, I've seen where insurance companies now, I'm seeing a lot of this. Now I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of insurance companies are changing their policies about war. I'm seeing these insurance companies changing what they cover. So if there was damage to either your home or your health due to war, then it's not covered. I'm seeing the age of the military going up again. Somebody told me 42 years old in the Army. They only do that during wartime. So I'm just letting you know, like, I'm seeing some stuff happen. I think all of us kind of know, but maybe we don't want to talk about it because we're afraid. But I see a hack of the system, a conflict somewhere going off, a hack of maybe the G20, the top 20 countries of the world, maybe the top 10 would cause the whole world to go. You don't need to hack Panama. Like, it's not going to, you go after US, China, Russia, Canada, Australia, these kinds of countries like that, Germany, France, you do that, you start taking down the whole world, okay? Then you throw in a little pop conflict somewhere, military wise, that involves a superpower. Russia's already won. I mean, they're involved in a conflict, but let's throw in some more and then shake it all up like in a bartender, and then there you go. Steve says, "Good morning, Hulk. Watching from Australia. Arizona. Thank Thanks for all your research and info. Absolutely. Yeah, Matt Williams from Australia. Going to be a hack of the trading system. Maybe somebody gets in the international stock exchange, does some nasty stuff. That would do it. Dollar cost averaging into a single XRP for over 100 years. All right, where are we going after this? We got a little bit of time left. Let's see. Okay. I think we'll wrap it up with this one because I got to take care of something this morning, so I can't be doing a longer show today. Copy and a paste. Now, here's this one. Commodities Future Trading Commission issues a warning about artificial intelligence trading bots. Okay. Some of you are, oh, look at this technology. How awesome is this? I'm going to use the computer to help me make millions. Okay. So you want to have a trading bot help you because you've watched the little commercials or you've watched the shows that where people sell software to get these bots, and I make $500 a day and I don't do anything at all. And my first year of trading, I made 1000% increase, all this dumb shit stuff. Okay. The United States Commodities and Future Trading Commission has warned cryptocurrency investors about the risks associated with relying on artificial intelligent trading bots to generate massive gains. Hey, some people can do it, okay? In a recently published statement titled Customer Advisory Cautions the Public to Beware of Artificial Intelligence Scams. The Commodities Future Trading Commission emphasized that artificial intelligence cannot predict the future of cryptocurrency markets, and investors should exercise caution when considering artificial intelligence assisted trading strategies. There's exaggerated promises and influence of the social media. So, what we have again is another way for you to get destroyed. They did it with NFTs. And your YouTube influencers, I won't talk about any of them, but you know who they are, Digital Dipstick Brothers. Okay, they were back about 2, 3 years ago. They're all about talking about NFTs. They're getting into Web3, Decentraland, and all this fucking dummy ass shit, right? Okay, all of this stuff is a way to get you ripped off, okay? It's not that tough. Look, everybody wants to do something. Yeah, Crypto Hulk, why don't you have more stuff on your show? I've been hearing that for years. And all these other people get completely destroyed. I've talked to people on my show who have lost like $600,000 over the past few years on dumb shit. Okay. These people didn't know about Crypto Hulk show. It's not that fucking tough. On the show, we break down exactly what you got to do and what you got to get and how to protect it. There's going to be all these things. What about these people that bought these NFTs for like $6 million and now they're worth like $6? Okay. These people on social media, I'm not going to get into this article. I'm going to basically tell you what it is about and, just read it for yourself if you're considering using artificial intelligence. Look, these other channels have sponsors. So they have to create a hype about artificial intelligence. So you go to their sponsors to buy the stock. Oh, I'm going to pick me up some of this artificial intelligence stock. I'm going to see what these people do. You have to see what the crypto influencer people do. They're selling you dumb shit. Okay. And when I call them out on stuff, they stop selling it. Certain sponsors, they get rid of certain sponsors because they realize, oh shit, it's a scam. These people will take money. These social influencers, now here's the game. Here's the game. I'm letting you know what they do. So they'll take all this money from these different sponsors, they'll promote. I was a customer I was a customer before they became my sponsor. And all this kind of dumb shit, right? And then you never hear after about 3 months or something, boom, gone. Sponsor's gone. Okay? Because people realize, well, that's dumb shit. And they stop it. Every 3 to 6 months, these people come up with new sponsors to try to get you to buy some dumb shit. And then the sponsor goes away and they replace it with the next one and then the next one. It's a ongoing money pit. Okay? That's what these other channels do. Not Crypto Hulk channel. I'm going to tell you what the game is and what they do. And if you fall for it and get wrecked, but I was talking to one person. They lost 600 grand over like 4 years in crypto. I'm like, whoa, these are people that move big weight. All right. On my channel, nobody loses anything. It's because we don't practice trading. And I'm not against trading. Some people can make millions off it. I'm saying I don't trade. And now you can do whatever the hell you want. But also, I haven't lost any money for my original investment. But yeah, that's this article. I'm not going to get into it too much because I have to head on out of here. But just if you're going to do dumb shit like use artificial intelligence bots, then use a separate wallet. Always use a separate wallet. Transfer, if you have to, some of your crypto or whatever from your main wallet to your experimental wallet and expect you could lose everything. Okay. And then you're fine with that. So if you only want to bet maybe 5% of all your holdings and use an AI bot, then do it. If it's 5% or 10, and if you can afford to lose it, then do it. Because more than likely, you're going to lose it. And with that, wait, hold on now. Hold your horses. It's 4 p.m. here and cold in the Alps. Ooh, 4 p.m. Um, Jules J, thank you very much for that donation to the channel. The hippo got wrecked. The chair busted. Steve Podzilny. Steve, thank you very much for that donation. Then we got Peter here. Thanks for your donation. Why would you leave the top treasury job in the USA to work for a company? Thanks for your time, Hulk. Yeah, I mean, I was watching some Rosie Rios videos yesterday evening about how she was talking about like how amazing XRP and Ripple. She left being the treasurer. Like, I'm still trying to figure this one out. She was a treasurer of the United States. She would sign all the her signature would be on the money, and she leaves and goes to a company. She could choose any crypto company, and she chooses Ripple. Like, makes you just wonder. New people that are brand new that are not even members yet, think about that. She says, I'm going to go work for the future of my, before she quit, I saw the videos. They're out there. You could watch them yourself. Just go to YouTube. But before she quit, she's like, I'm going to work for the future of money, future of commerce, right? Okay. 2-3 months later, boom, pops up at Ripple. She said the train has left the station. And at that point, I already knew, like, I knew within 2 months, 4 years ago, I studied crypto for 2 months, and I already knew what I was going to buy and stuff. But when I heard Rosie Rios say that, it just confirmed everything that I knew. If the treasurer is going to work for Ripple and calls it the future of money, that, and I already showed you the court case, 2015, the government calls it a currency. Ripple is a currency exchange, and the XRP is considered currency. But then when Rosie Rios was saying that, I'm like, you know what? You're on the right path, man. Everything's gonna be a-okay. So that's how I see that. And with that, I will more than likely make a PM show, maybe somewhere around 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. I don't quite know at this point. But usually my shows, brand new people, are either more, if it's in the morning, it's at 6:30 a.m. Pacific time. If I do a PM show, it depends, but it's either 6 o'clock, 6:30 to 7:30, somewhere in there, somewhere in that time frame. And I'll usually post the show early so you can look at the top chat, type something in there before the show. I'll usually make 2 or 3 short videos to kind of show you what's going to be in the show. I might go over 5 topics, but maybe make 3 videos, something kind of like that. Joshua, thank you for that donation to the channel. Joshua says, can't wait to watch Work Tails Up My Hulk Hour. You're the man, Crypto Hulk. Well, I'm going to try to find some good stuff for this afternoon, of course, and keep you all informed. And until then, I'll just see you in my next program.